piper of the village does not please. This proverb is often used to illustrate how individuals' achievements or talents are underappreciated by those closest to them, emphasizing the tendency for recognition to require external validation. However, the real question is, what is the story behind this saying, which carries layers of wisdom and profound lessons? The origins of the proverb trace back to a poor young shepherd who had an exceptional gift for playing the flute while tending his sheep on the outskirts of his village. Over time, as the villagers became accustomed to his enchanting melodies, they stopped paying attention to his talent and lost interest in his music. One day, a traveler passing through the village heard the young man's captivating tunes and was mesmerized by their beauty. Recognizing his talent, the traveler offered the young man a proposal to accompany him on his travels in exchange for a salary of 1,000 dirhams per month. The young shepherd, eager for a new opportunity, accepted without hesitation and departed with the traveler, leaving his village behind without bidding farewell. As the young man performed in faraway villages, his fame spread quickly. People from distant places came to hear his mesmerizing music, and he soon became a renowned flutist whose talent was widely celebrated. Eventually, a longing to return to his village grew within him. He yearned to show his people what he had achieved and hoped they would now value his talent and success. Despite the traveler's advice against it, the young man decided to return, driven by nostalgia and the hope of earning his village's recognition. Arriving in the village dressed in his finest clothes, the young man found that no one recognized him. He gathered the villagers and, closing his eyes, began to play his flute. As the familiar melodies filled the air, the villagers realized who he was. However, when he finished playing, there was no applause. The admiration and appreciation he had grown used to elsewhere were absent. When he opened his eyes, he found only the traveler and an old man standing before him. The rest of the crowd had dispersed. The traveler said to him, "The piper of the village does not please." The elderly man added, "You made 3 mistakes. First, you erred by returning to a place where you were once undervalued, for there is no growth in going backward. Second, you erred by lowering your worth, allowing this traveler to pay you only 1,000 dirhams while he profited far more from your talent. Third, you erred by hoping for recognition from people who had already dismissed your talent even after you found success elsewhere." This proverb, "The piper of the village does not please," is not merely a casual saying. It delves into a deeper philosophical reflection on human perception and the value we assign to the familiar. When something becomes routine or ordinary, it often loses its allure and significance in our eyes, despite its intrinsic worth remaining unchanged. Philosopher Martin Heidegger described this phenomenon as dwelling with things, where the consistent presence of something dulls our initial sense of wonder. In our social lives, we see this in the way a talented individual is often undervalued within their immediate circle, not due to a lack of talent, but because familiarity blinds those around them. This echoes the words of German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, who noted that humans tend to seek value elsewhere, as proximity often clouds judgment. Does this mean the solution lies in leaving one's environment or seeking recognition from afar? Or should we instead work toward cultivating a deeper appreciation for what is near and familiar? The answer lies in understanding that true appreciation is not solely dependent on external validation, but requires us to recognize and value the inherent worth of what surrounds us.